Ohio Sky, good morning world. You know, I was gonna like scream that out, but I don't want to be disruptive to anyone else. So, calm squid. Hello, welcome. We're back. Yippee. Yeah, I canceled 2 whole streams, but it's fine because we're alive again. Oh my gosh. The music is so loud in my ears. Yeah. I survived the Demon Slayer black hole that was consuming me. I was almost eaten up by it. It was very close. It had all of my tentacles inside and partial parts of my face, but I have made it out. Hello, Pam. Hello, Kelly. Thank you for the lurk. Hope your errands go well. Thank you for my voice. Thank you for the headbands. Hello, suck. Okay. Yeah. Why is my why is my voice sort of dead today? I don't know. Headpads. Okay. Yeah, it could slightly partially be the fact that okay, I went to my work today, which I only worked for 2 hours, which is just weird. Like, I don't even know why that existed, but I went there for 2 hours, sat down, did a little bit of stuff and left. But they were like giving out mugs for employees, so I got like it's almost like a Stanley Cup almost, but it's like cheap and off-brand and has the like logo of where I work. But I got that, and it also came with some water flavoring packets, which are great, right? But they happen to be a certain brand called Crystal Light, and I also, when I was younger, happened to have a slight allergic reaction to Crystal Light. So what did I do today? I decided to put it into my water and drink it. So maybe my throat's closing up, I don't know. No, it's probably fine. I'm doubtful that it was actually an allergic reaction. I think it was to something else. But it might be. Either way, it's incredibly mild, so even if I do end up having a problem with it, I'll be fine. And if I'm not fine, I now know. So yeah, that's me. I have lemonade flavored water today. And my voice is dead. Maybe it's because I haven't talked very much. Because I was just stuck in my room for like 3 days. Well, not really. I was stuck in my room / just going to work and just watching Demon Slayer for 3 straight days. I watched through the whole entire thing. 6 hours a day. With also having to go to work. But now I'm caught up. Yippee! Many bad decisions have been made in the past week. It's a great show. I love it. It's one of my favorites that I've watched. But, yup. But now I'm free. Now I can actually like function as a normal human being again. My brain is no longer completely consumed by the Demon Slayers. And I can speak and think about other things again. So we're back. So for Subnautica, oh wait, I had another thing to say. Oh yeah, I got the Genshin Impact meal just like like an hour ago, 2 hours ago, an hour and a half ago, I don't know, somewhere in there. I still don't have the code, but yippee! Hello Pete, welcome. I sent a picture in the yummies section of Discord of like the Kazuha picture of the apple pie. The meal didn't go to me obviously because I'm vegetarian, so I don't really want a deluxe McChicken, but I have the apple pie box at least for proof of that I got it. Yeah. I tried the apple pie. McDonald's apple pie is lame, not gonna lie. It's disappointing. So I had a bite of it and then I gave it to someone else. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Pete. What the heck? Thank you. You're my first ever subscriber. I'm sorry I don't really have anything for you except for like one emote. But thank you. I really appreciate it. Sorry my voice is dying. Wow. Oh my god. Dude, maybe my throat is closing up. Who knows? Oh my gosh. Wait. Was Squibbity Toilet approved as an emote? Let me... I think it was. I haven't checked. But yeah, thank you so much. That's crazy. You are insane. Ah. How do I check? I forget. I'm already going a little bit crazy. Oh yeah, it was approved. Yippee! Yep, everything is approved now. So we're good to go. Unfortunately, I only have 5 emote slots right now, so or like followers, so I can only add that many. Ooh, I should also add my other clapping emote that or not clapping, my high five emote that I made. This one, because this one is animated, but I haven't been able to add the animated one yet, so maybe I'll just add it to subscriber tier as well. Those are the only 2 animated ones I've made so far, because animation is something challenging to say the least. I have grown in appreciation for people who do animation, because oh my. Yippee! What else did I have? I had another thing to say before we start. And I'm forgetting. There's so much to say. Because I've been gone for too long. Hello, Zenji. I don't know why you're here, because you're literally streaming right now, but hello. This isn't Costco. You're right, it's not Costco. It's the middle of the ocean. I think you're a little bit off. Maybe slightly. You might want to check your Google Maps. Multitasking. Yeah, that's crazy. Not me. Couldn't be me. I cannot multitask like that. I am a one thing kind of person. Gotta be focused on what I'm doing. Hence me retreating from the world for like 3 to 4 days and watching Demon Slayer and doing nothing else. Dude, I literally was forgetting to eat. It was really bad. Good thing it's not super long. But what I had one more thing to say and I cannot remember for the life of me. Oh yeah, my cats have worms. I don't think I've said that yet on stream. I said it in the Discord. They have worms inside of them. They've had worms before. So I got my cats. My game crashed and I had to launch it up again, so I thought I would check in on this squid thing. Ah yeah, the squid thing. Gotta make sure I'm still alive, honestly, because I'm barely here. Interesting though, I've never had Baldur's Gate crash before. To be honest, I haven't played Baldur's Gate that much. I sort of lost interest. I probably should go back to it. I don't know. I've always been a little iffy about D&D overall and just like the whole stuff like that. Just the whole stuff like that. It's just... It's never quite worked out for me personally. Like, I find it entertaining to watch sometimes, but anyways, it gets a little boring to me. I don't know. Maybe not boring. I don't know how to describe how it just doesn't quite work for me personally, but nah. Role-playing live improv is iffy. It's just hard to do. I'm not good at it. I have gotten better at it over time, but I'm still not great at it. I tend to just say random things and then not really have a backup plan for what I mean about saying those random things. But I am not good at like following through a coherent story unless I already have one planned out beforehand. So if I had like already completely made my character and had everything set up beforehand, then I could probably follow along pretty well, but yeah. Yeah, I'm just not great at improv. I do want to improve. I would like to improve at it because I think it's a good skill to have just overall, but it's a slow learning process, I guess. I feel like I've gotten better at it since I started streaming already, because you sort of have to be at least somewhat good at doing like improv-ish kind of things to stream, I feel like, to be able to like respond to whatever you guys are saying. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, I used to do theater games when I was in high school. I used to be in like a theater club, and we had to do improv games there, and I was always one of the worst people there. It could just be me being self-conscious, but I'm pretty sure I was one of the worst people there, like just objective fact. So I require nothing much, just read my chat real time. Okay, I shall read. I shall read. As long as if I don't miss it, I will. I'm trying to keep up with chat overall in general, so I'll try to make sure that I read your chats if I don't miss them. But thank you. Theater club sounds super cool. No, it was not super cool. It was honestly incredibly boring. We just got into a little classroom and talked about how we need to have people to come in and build a set and stuff like that, and how we need ushers, and it was a lot of logistics stuff, and I wasn't really even part of the theater group that much. Like, I didn't... Oh my gosh. Sorry. So I went to McDonald's, right? And I got the Genshin meal, but I also got a caramel frappe because I wanted one. And it is soaking my desk. Like, actually insane. I have a massive puddle on my desk right now. Okay, let me... One second. So much condensation. It's about to start dripping off of the desk onto the ground. Oh my. Okay. Now that I've cleaned that up. Yeah, it was a pretty boring club overall. It wasn't great. I left after 2 years in being in it. Cause I only did one role. I think, yeah. I only did one, no. Yeah, I only did one role in a play. That was actually in middle school. It was a musical. And I had a few lines and then I did a little dance. We did Mary Poppins in middle school. And oh my, I'm dropping everything. Chaos. I played Nelius, the statue from Mary Poppins. So I said a few lines and then did a little jig. And then I was mainly just like a backup dancer, singing, choir kind of person. But other than that, I wasn't in any other productions. Other than I played flute in the pit, flute and piccolo in the pit, but it wasn't performing. But yeah. And then at the very end of the club, we used to do like improv games at the end to be like, oh, theater fun. Add a little bit of bonding time or something like that, but I was just not good at them. So yeah, anyways. My cats have worms. So I was about to get into this. My cats they come from my cousin's farm-ish. They had a lot suck caught me with my other husband. Hey, yo, Zenji. How many husbands and wives do you have? We'll never know. They keep expanding just like your children. Husbands in different area codes. You know, that would make sense. Since you're an owl, you probably can fly around. And they would never know the difference. Or I fly from one neighborhood to the next. Literally forgot I was husband for a sec there. Did you get married? Did the marriage actually go through? You know, if you get married to Zenji, now you have to take care of his children. There's a lot of them. Join me in building an island in the middle of the ocean. But yeah, they were born in a farm outside. They were outside cats. And my cousins, and yes, saying oh no poor gremlins is actually a very correct read of the situation. My cousins weren't that great at taking care of the cats, and it started with just a few. And they had like a few, then they started multiplying, and then they kept multiplying, and then they kept multiplying because they're outside cats. And they live near another farm which also has cats outside, so they were all like mixing and matching. At one point they had 40 cats living on their farm, which is not actually really a farm, it's just like a little thing. It was really bad. A lot of them died, but my first cat, Willow, we got her from there, and she had worms when we first got her. We took her into the car and she literally threw up worms. It was disgusting. She was very sick. But she's doing much better now. She is a very happy, well, she does have worms again, but that's not our fault. She's a very happy kitty overall. But she came from the time when that farm place had like 40 cats. It was crazy. She doesn't really like cats now. She's actually pretty antisocial towards cats. And then we also got my second cat from there, and he was actually their last cat. All of the other cats throughout the years had died, and he was the last one left. So we took him in so that he would also not be, first of all, so he wouldn't be alone because we felt so bad for him. And also so that he is now alive still. So he's also doing much better, but he didn't have worms then, but now he does. So anyways, point being, they would be dead if we hadn't taken them in, but they are both alive and happy and mostly healthy except for worms. And yeah, I don't really know where that was going, but Just a fun little fact. Well, not fun, but a fact. But I was very mad at my cousins for how they were treating those cats. I was extremely upset. So I'm glad they're all dead and gone and they don't have cats anymore, because it just was really bad. Anyways, I still had one more thing to say and I cannot remember it. Whatever. Let's just start Subnautica. You're gonna say I'm the coolest person ever. Zenji, you are pretty cool. Maybe not the coolest person ever. I think the Iceman has you beat. The Iceman that was frozen in the ice for like years and years and years. I don't know how long it was, but a long time. I think he was pretty cool. Okay, so for Subnautica, I did go in and play a little bit. My computer's going crazy. Airplane computer. Okay. I did go in and play a little bit to collect a few materials and overall just get things set up so that I didn't have to keep running around like I did last time. Let me find this. So now we are going to go directly to Mother. So there's a few things. First of all, we have to go directly to that one place that I hadn't opened yet. Second of all, there's a lot of reading I have to do, so bear with me. But oh, that's the wrong save file. There was a lot of things I collected last time that I forgot to read. So now I am gonna do that as well. And move this. Okay. So I also ended up building a scanner room near my base for collecting various basic materials, which has actually been really nice and useful, and I wish I had built one a lot sooner, because it is genuinely super useful. So, oh wait, this is the wrong one. I forgot. Although, oops, it looks so similar to my to my other file. I'm just not creative. Like, look at this. It just looks the same. Okay. Even built it in the same area. What else did I do? I just collected materials. I put a beacon. I actually cheated a slight amount. But I didn't cheat, but like I looked up coordinates for, what is it? Why do I have that marked? Anyways, why are they? Oh, you know what? Whatever. I looked up coordinates for. Wait, I clicked the wrong save file again. What am I doing? Oh wait, no, because okay. I understand. It was, it moved up to the first one. I see. So I didn't cheat. I didn't like use any cheat codes or anything, but I did look up coordinates for the. Oh my. I did look up coordinates for the place. So there were, last time at the very end, there were a lot of portals that I unlocked from the alien facility, and I completely lost where every single one of them was. So I looked at the coordinates for one of the portals and I put a beacon down for it so that I can find it again very easily instead of searching around for an hour. So yeah, Scanning's pretty cool. It's honestly really ugly looking. I will say they did not do a great job. Like, I don't know, cave sulfur. They didn't do a great job of making it look nice, let's just say that. It looks pretty bad, but it is very useful. And it also takes a bit to scan. But yeah, I have a blue tablet in my prawn suit, and I will go get that soon. Once I want to show how this works, just for anyone who doesn't know. Comfy squid building in the same area. Yeah, well, the reason I like building in this main area, the place where you first spawn in, is that it's very safe. There's nothing that will attack me here. I don't have to worry about anything, any of my vehicles getting destroyed or any of my base stuff getting destroyed or getting attacked. It's just like super chill. Ooh. So that's why I've liked building in this place, even though it might not be maybe the best. Okay, yeah, so cave sulfur is here, but this is what the like UI, I guess is what you call it, looks like. It's a little ugly. It's a circular thing, which could have been fine, but then they like cut off the edges of it to make it look like it's like a box instead of a full circle. It's just very strange looking, honestly. It just does not look great, if I'm being completely honest. But it's okay because it's nice. Anyways, point made. Let us go meet Mother, or whatever this thing is that's behind this door that... Oh wait, I probably should get some food and stuff. Once I get some food and water.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Or not. We shall go meet the being that is been hiding down here. I was gonna say I am quite comfy, but I'm not quite comfy right now. I'm actually rather itchy, probably because I was rubbing up against my cats. I also didn't take my allergy medicine today. Neither of those things help. I'm also drinking a drink that I might be slightly allergic to. I'm making a lot of great decisions, so I'm actually not super comfortable. But you know, it's the thought that counts. In my mind, I'm comfortable. Unbelievable levels of cheating. I know, I'm despicable. I have done irreparable damage to my reputation and my save file that I can never get back. How dare I look up coordinates for a place that I've already been to. Irredeemable. Ayo. What are you ayoing? I didn't say anything sus. When Among Us first blew up, I thought saying sus was incredibly weird, and I never said it, and I always was like very against saying it, but now it's become such a thing that people say that I just I've adapted it into my vocab unwillingly. Okay, it's down here somewhere. Yes. Okay. Either this is gonna be really cool or really disappointing. I am not sure. Also, my volume's very quiet. Turn it up. This portal in particular looks very special. I don't know why, but it has like all of these little things around it, which the other portals don't have. I don't know why. Maybe that's just like a design choice, but it's possible I already met Mother technically. But like, Mother was a fetus, so I'm not sure. Boing. Don't chant at me. No chanting allowed. I'm the only person here. I'm the only person on this planet. Okay. Open sesame. I'm scared. I don't know what's gonna happen. Hello. It's a very big open space. It looks like a boss arena. Anytime I see a big open space like this, I'm just like, boss. Even though like that doesn't exist in Subnautica. This makes me uncomfortable. I would dive in, but I feel like there's something in there that I don't really want to be saying hi to. Why is it so blue? Why is the water blue? And I can't see into it. Normally you can see into the water. Like this is a very what is it called? Opaque water? They're hiding something from me. I forgot to plug in my phone. One moment. Can't be that bad. Yeah, I'm sure there's nothing down there. To be fair, I really shouldn't be that scared of dying in this game because, like, oh no, I lose a few materials. But I think it's just an innate fear that people have, despite the fact that there's not that much consequence. The only consequence is scary. Okay. Yippee! It looks like a boss arena. Hi.
Are you here to play?
That genuinely scared me.
Once they built these walls. They played alone. They bored me.
Oh, did they?
Now they're gone. And instead, we have you.
Mm-hmm.
We are curious whether you swim with the current or fight against it as they did.
Oh, so she's a sea dragon. She's a dragon like the other thing. And very large. Hi.
Detecting unusually passive behavioral patterns in nearby predators.
She genuinely scared me. I'm not even kidding when she popped up. We swim. We can swim together.
Unlike other alien facilities, scans indicate this location supports a diverse and healthy ecosystem. Explanation unclear at this time.
I think she's the one who's supporting this ecosystem. She's just swimming in circles. I'm gonna get some oxygen. Also, why is there a stalker here? Those are not supposed to be this deep underwater. Okay. Not as scary as I thought. She's fine. She is very nice. She's wonderful. She's great. She's not gonna hurt me. She's just swimming in circles. She must get really bored swimming in circles. This is a tiny little cage for a massive creature like her. Eggs. 14,000 leagues under the sea. Are these your children, mother? Are these your... Oh, they are. How did you... The emperor eggs. How did she get incubator? How did she get pregnant? Is she you know what?
Environment scans indicate the water here is rich with a rare plankton-like life form which depends on the organic detritus produced by the ecosystem around it.
Hi. Why are you sitting? That's uncomfortable. Don't do that. Can I birth your children by if I put an ion cube here? I don't have one right now. I'd have to go back up to my prawn suit. Don't sit down. Nature finds a way. Yeah, I guess. She might. So everything in this tank is tame. Even these dudes. Wow. That makes me think. I feel like maybe not. But I feel like maybe this planet is a lot more aggressive because of the bacteria that everything's been getting and exposed to, and it was a much more peaceful planet before that happened. That makes me think that. Okay, I'm gonna go get an ion cube. I think I have one in my prawn suit. Mother is friend. I like Mother. I sort of wish she was a massive stingray though, because that would have been really cool, but she's chill. So we did find fetus, but that was not what I thought it was. Okay, so she said she wants to play as well, which is interesting. I don't know what that means. I don't really want to play with her. I feel like she'd be a little bit rough. No. It's so funny how she just sat there. She's like, okay, I'm waiting. Please hatch my children. She's sitting there like a little child. Since I now have an ion cube regenerator, I'll just take 2 just in case I need another one. Mother, I'm back. I have incredibly large amounts of power, equal to higher power than a nuclear energy plant. So hopefully that's enough to meet your needs. Allow me to hatch your children for you. If that's what's actually happening. What's this? Okay. Here we go. Oh, I should have waited for her to sit down again. Whatever.
My young need to hatch.
I don't.
To play outside.
I don't know about that.
We have been here so long. The others built a passage to reach the world outside. I asked them for this freedom, but they could not hear me.
The
If
others.
you help us, I will give you freely what the others tried in vain to take.
The vaccine? A cure to my illness? Possibly. The others implying other sea emperors is what I'm assuming she's saying, because there is another one out there. I don't know if she means others like all sea life in this planet, or just, I think she just means the other sea emperors. Insert hatching enzymes. I don't know where I got them from, but sure. Oop. Oh, I don't have hatching enzymes. Can I have some hatching enzymes, Mother, please? Give me the enzymes. Wait, I can go see her up close now. She's like an octopus. An octopus crab thing. Very unfunctional hands. May I have hatching enzymes, mother? Well, thank you. That's not what I needed, but thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. Good choice to bring another ion cube.
With the passage you have opened, my young can leave this place. But first they must feel the time is right and break free of their shells. This is what the others could not force from me. To you, I give the secret willingly.
Oh.
New blueprint acquired.
Oh, okay, so they wanted the aliens wanted to hatch more sea emperors, but she wouldn't let them. So she had eggs, but they weren't able to actually get them to hatch and create more sea emperors. But now, since I've helped her, I guess she's like, okay, sure. Or because I seem to be wanting to help her. Although I don't know why I'm any different than the aliens, but you know what, whatever. Also, my arm just broke. Where am I? Oh, I'm back at the other place. Okay. Oxygen. Oh no. So close yet so far. Come on, we can make it. We can make it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, no kidding. Okay. So the aliens wanted to hatch the emperors. I don't know why. But she was suspicious of them, and so she was like, nuh-uh. It's so confusing. I'm still a bit confused about, like, the whole lore of this game. I guess I do have a lot of things that I need to read. Well, first, let me figure out how to build this hatching enzyme. I was ready to type the first script of the day. I thwarted your... I have thwarted your squipping. Oh. Okay. Oh. Organic substance derived from plants found in the Emperor's natural breeding grounds, designed to trigger a hatching response. Oh. Okay, I have to go back there then. Fungal sample, sea crown, seed, eye stalk. I'm just gonna pin it. I do have to go back there. Although I think I can get most of those from around the world, but if they're in the they're already inside of the facility thing, then why would I do that? That was incredibly close though. Uncomfortably close. I feel like I've had a lot of close calls. I didn't even realize my oxygen was low. But I guess it makes sense. There's not oxygen in the water. Even in the Sea Emperor's safety. Hello. I'm still curious why some of the fish that exist in the game aren't able to be interacted with. I don't know if I think I was told by someone that there's a reason for it, but I don't know. Like it could, I mean, if the reason was just it's because they aesthetically are pretty and they don't want everything to be able to be killed, then like fair enough. But if there is another explanation, I am curious. I don't know if that gets answered though. Okay. I mean, there are these sprays here. I need different plants. Ooh, cave. Oh, cave. Sad. So. Violet Bew. I'll just take everything, honestly. Take one of everything. And hopefully one of them will be what I need. And they were all not what I needed. Yippee! Maybe now is a good time to read some lore. Enzyme host peepers leaving the containment facility. The outflow of pipes are filled with peepers traveling back towards the surface. Specimens show no symptoms of infection, although they were very clearly infected out in the wild. All specimens scanned are carrying enzyme 42, which data suggests inhibits the bacterium. Enzyme 42. It's possible the hatching enzyme for these eggs is also enzyme 42, and it also can cure the disease. Specimens' stomachs, cavities are otherwise empty, suggesting they may have purged the contents before entering the pipes. Strange, okay. So the peepers throw up, enter the pipes, and then leave the pipes with no symptoms of infection. If peepers have evolved to distribute the enzyme via the pipe network, this may explain part of the mechanism by which life 4546b has survived since the bacterial outbreak. So the peepers are like thwarting some of the abilities. So I guess the glowing peepers were the ones that were spreading the enzyme to help the environment survive, versus the green ones were the infected ones. Hatching enzymes. The emperor specimen eggs are attached to some form of incubator. In a normal life cycle, it seems likely that the sea emperors would have buried their eggs in shallower waters, where different organic materials in the soil would have triggered a hatching response. The incubator suggests that the aliens had resorted to developing artificial hatching enzymes, which would simulate the egg's natural hatching environment, but were unable to discover the formula. With extensive information on the sea emperors themselves, it may still be possible to fabricate an artificial hatching enzyme using indigenous ingredients. However, the only surviving source of the information may be the sea emperor itself. It's interesting. The sea emperor is really smart. At least this one is. I don't know if all the rest of them are. But this one specifically seems very smart. To be able to know what hatching enzyme, how to make a hatching enzyme for your eggs is a very not normal thing for a creature to know. I mean, I guess she might not know the exact hatching, I don't know. Like, they seem like the intelligent form of life on this planet. Even though the other ones haven't spoken to me, so I don't know. Pipes, no signs of distress. High quantities of seeds and organic matter from the surface, which makes sense. Some specimens are beginning to show signs of infection. So they enter it, and then when they leave, they have all of their stuff has been purged, and they no longer have. So they're being injected with something, or going through a pipe system with the enzyme in it. Maybe forcibly being fed it. I don't know. High quantities, though, is an interesting point to make. Maybe the peepers are being sent out to consume seeds so that they can create an enzyme. Okay, I do have some water that I should probably drink. Shell composition. The shell casing is formed from thick layers of carbon composite, suggesting an extensive gestation period. This leviathan species may give birth just once per century, which is 100 years, I think. Perhaps just once in their lifetimes. She has 4 eggs though. She's been here for a long time. If apparently they only give birth, or maybe they give birth to multiple eggs, but it's only once. Shell casing incisions. Precise incisions suggest a laser-based tool was used to cut open the egg casing and forcibly remove the fetus inside prior to full gestation. Time pressure to develop a bacterial vaccine may have driven the alien researchers to cut open this egg and remove the fetus for study, which probably made her angry that they were taking her children away. It's also possible that, removed from its parent and natural habitat, some vital condition for the infant to hatch naturally was not met. Which makes sense. Fetus. Child. Superficial damage to the specimen indicate this was artificially removed from an egg. Stunted tissue. Organism expired during removal process. Which makes sense. Tissue samples taken from the digestive tract. Digestive tract. So this seems to be a very digestive sort of disease. Like it's very based in your stomach. Or like what you're consuming. Because the aliens were attempting to formulate a cure. The Emperor's eggs. Shell. Uncommonly strong shell lining, organic growth on the exterior suggests these eggs may be hundreds or thousands of years old, which is not surprising. Thousands of years is a lot, but... Alien devices penetrate the outer shell layer, likely designed to supply them with nutrients and isolate them from the surrounding environment. Amniotic sac, like many eggs, do not contain nutrient supply, which is slowly exhausted by the embryo. Instead, they exist in a form of natural stasis awaiting appropriate hatching conditions. That's interesting. Highly genetic match between those organisms and the Leviathan. Okay. Available biological data has been used to synthesize the effects of the alien bacterium on the sea emperor's natural lifestyle. This creature likely lived and moved in small herds around the planet's ocean trenches, coming to the surface to feed off of the huge volumes of microorganisms in the shallower water. Wait. Herds, so they move together. Family size would be strictly limited by available food supply. Offspring would likely split off at a young age, okay, to form their own herds. Given their sparse population, mating and egg laying was likely infrequent, perhaps a once-in-a-lifetime event, which makes sense. They're massive. They couldn't have that many of them in the world, otherwise they would eat all of the available materials. The species likely had a preferred environment. No evidence to support the assumption that all members of the species were immune from alien bacterium. There is evidence that introduction of bacterium decimated life on the planet, and this would have had catastrophic events on the Emperor's food supply and survival rate. Perverted? Did I say that? Preferred. P-R-E-F-E-R-R-E-D. Preferred. The species likely had a perverted environment for egg laying. This would have likely had catastrophic effects. Yeah, okay. Symbiotic relationship like of this specimen and other life forms likely developed as a direct result from a bacterial infection. The life forms which learned to keep the Emperor alive survived with its help. This may explain the vast tracts of lifeless ocean in a rough perimeter around the Emperor's location. Oh, interesting. The life forms which learned to keep the Emperor alive survived with its help. So, interesting. So it seems like maybe there were a lot of emperors that were keeping the things alive, although they don't seem to be around anymore. Or at least they are in the depths and they only come up for a short amount of time so that but then overall that they were supporting the environment. That's interesting, but also a little bit confusing because we haven't seen any sea emperors except for down in the lava. But maybe they died out or have been dying out. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Ah! It's fine. This rock-like objects figures organic as well as mechanical parts, and there is some genetic technology crossover with the design of the self-warping constructs encountered somewhere else. Appears to serve no purpose in its current state and is awaiting some kind of activation sequence. Materials such as this may have been fundamental building block of the aliens' technology or even the aliens themselves. That's interesting. So it's like, I don't know, the aliens could have been partially technology. Similar to like, I don't know, androids. But like, I think they were partially organic. Carving is hundreds and thousands of years old and made from unrecognizable natural fiber as well as egg yolks. Grown on an unknown planet, bear striking resemblance to the old yin-yang symbol. Two competing theories may explain the similarity. Oi. Hello. Aliens visited Earth prior to the 4th century BC. Jeez. And influenced the development of ancient Chinese philosophy. Chinese! Oh. Aliens visited Earth prior to the 4th century BC and influenced the development of ancient Chinese philosophy. That's interesting. I got an exam to do. See you later. Okay, bye! Thank you again. Hope your exam goes well. Exams are very scary. I would always be nervous for exams whenever I had to do them. The concept of yin and yang is universal since yin and yang describes the fundamental interdependency of seemingly opposite forces. It may be a necessary existential understanding in some form in all sufficiently developed civilizations. I mean, yeah, I agree with that. The tapering of the two circles, union, into opposed and infinitesimally there we go, small points, the finite, is one logical way to represent this understanding and may have been developed independently by species other than humans. Okay, sure, I guess. So they're just like lol silly yin yang. Yippee. That's so weird. But it is interesting to know that the aliens have visited Earth before. That is interesting. So like humans have met well, humans at least have somewhat known of the aliens' existence. I thought they were like not known about until now. Alien statue. Unpowered, so I just think it served a ceremonial rather than— I cannot talk today. I'm really struggling to read. Practical purpose. The pyramid resembles vines spiraling upwards towards the warm blue stone mounted above it. It may represent a plant found on the aliens' homeworld, a building of religious importance, or even the gravitational pull of their home solar system. I don't think that's normally how solar systems work. They normally like pull in every direction, but you know what? Sure. Earthblade. Oh, Earthblade isn't like it's from Earth. Okay. Dating back to the 13th century, blood samples on the blade match the DNA of 7 separate heads of state from the period. How do you— okay, I guess they're advanced, so they have like a large DNA network, I'm sure. Blood samples on the blade match the DNA of 7 separate heads of state from the period. That is concerning. So many leaders were killed with this blade. Evidence supports the theory that the aliens are an ancient spaceborne civilization engaged in the surreptitious study of less developed species like humans. They're like, lol, you guys suck. We're gonna study you because you're just like a cattle to us. Which, fair enough. They are much more advanced than the humans of this world, even though the humans are also quite advanced. Holographic. Okay. Nanobots. Substantially smaller than any developed in the Federation. It would be unwise to release them. Yeah, no kidding. Device contains highly unstable radioactive isotope. But function well as a weapon is more likely used to sterilize spaces for later inhabitation. Tracking implant. This construct is emitting high bandwidth signal consistent with alien transmissions intercepted elsewhere. DNA on the exterior indicates it was once implanted inside one of the life forms indigenous to the planet. Its size suggesting the subject was a Leviathan class organism. Probably like a sea mother, a sea emperor, maybe the mother even that we have met. Maybe they were tracking her and then they ended up catching her and now she's in the facility but so they removed it and now it's just like on display. Beyond tracking and broadcasting its location, implant might have also recorded biological data. However, this data cannot be retrieved, which makes sense because we don't have the technology. Linguistic data from over 1,000 different languages may allow alien text to be read and translated. So that's interesting because we did get a few...
Calorie intake recommended.
Shush. We did get a few alien messages before that were jumbled. That might have just been because of the inability to transmit signals, but then it could also be maybe a language that we can now decipher. I don't know. Number of ancient Earth languages, and the term CHBC Live appears many times in the device's data. Its import is unclear. Portents, probably. We're so close. Okay, ion cube fabricator, that's pretty clear. Okay, this is important. According to translated data logs, an indigenous Leviathan species was found to produce a unique substance referred to as enzyme 42, which inhibited the symptoms of the Kara bacteria infection in other indigenous organisms. The specimen was captured and contained in a purpose-built habitat for further study. The alien researchers went to great lengths to provide for the life form's environmental needs, including the import of interdependent flora and fauna via an on-site warp gate. However, its health quickly deteriorated. When quarantine was imposed, all warp gates and force fields were sealed. All attempts to develop the enzyme into a vaccine had been unsuccessful. So I feel like this was either the Sea Emperor. I'm guessing it's probably implying that it's the Sea Emperor, but it could also have been the other containment facility that we went to with that other creature. Because it's saying the health declined quickly, which means it probably died. Like, maybe the Sea Emperor is like, maybe it survived somehow, but I feel like it's the other containment facility that we went to before with that creature that was very clearly dead inside of the tank. I think that's probably what happened.
Seek fluid intake.
I don't have any fluid. I can
Vital signs stabilizing.
eat that, though. We're almost there. 2 more. Specimen size categories have been adjusted upward to accommodate this species. Feeding and digestion. Alien research data indicates that despite its size, the species feeds entirely on microorganisms it filters from the water, which themselves depend on a complicated ecosystem of plant and animal life. So it's basically like a whale. The sea emperors are just big, scary whales. Large ovary-like organs are carried in the creature's middle section, suggesting that, like other species on this planet, it produces eggs. However, internal scar tissue indicates probable infertility. Well, very clearly not infertile because there are 4 eggs sitting right in front of me, but okay. Emperor manufactures enzyme 42 within its stomach cavity to break down its food and will occasionally expel it into the surrounding waters. This substance was found to neutralize the effects of the bacterium, and its presence in the ecosystem today would survive how life on the planet survived. It would remain to be explained by what mechanism the enzyme is being delivered.
Calorie intake recommended.
I mean, I think it's just in the water. Maybe the peepers. Creative analysis of size and metabolic rates indicates the specimen captured by the researchers was approximately 1,600 years old. That's a lot. Intensive internal and external scar issues suggest it had lived well in excess of the peak lifespan for its species. So it is much older than it's supposed to be. While a healthy emperor specimen may have held some potential as a cure, it is unlikely any research subjects survived quarantine procedures. So she's not healthy. She maybe had eggs. Although I don't know how she had eggs if she wasn't healthy, but she's dead. So they were talking about that sea emperor with the other reading thing. Ventilation.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
The water temperature is considered lower than the volcanic environment. Oxygen. Okay, yeah. So basically, she has enzyme. Yippee! And also, aliens apparently visited Earth. Which is an interesting fact. Not really necessary to know. But interesting. I wonder if any of these things here will give me fluid. I probably should just go back to my base and get some water first before I continue. That'd probably be the smart decision so that I don't die. Squids are aliens reveal. Honestly, in terms of creatures that are aliens or look like aliens, squids should fit. Squids don't look like they belong on the planet on Earth. There's something up with them. No, I don't think it mentions squids anywhere. There are barely squids on this planet in the first place. Except for me. I mean, overall, there's nothing that's been that shocking. Like, obviously the Sea Emperor is scary and scared me and popped up in front of my face and stuff like that. Like, the game overall has had some like scary moments, but in terms of lore wise, there's nothing too crazy going on. Like, overall it feels like it makes a lot of sense and there's nothing like, whoa, that's a crazy reveal. I mean, I think the craziest reveal was the fact that the Sea Emperor existed in the first place. Both of my things are flashing. Will I make it back? Oh, come on, it's not at okay, well, not at 0. I'm almost there! Give me a bit of a break, give me some time. It's a long way back.
Starvation imminent. Seek calorie intake immediately.
I'm cutting it very close. Stop screaming! You're fine. You know, I don't think when you are thirsty, you start screaming out of thirst. Like, maybe out of hunger? It's possible you might scream out of hunger if you're very hungry, because that hurts. Being incredibly hungry hurts, but I don't think being incredibly thirsty hurts. If anything, you just have a very incredibly dry throat. You might not even be able to speak.
Vital signs stabilizing.
I pray it's really Sea Empress. Oh, no, it's definitely, sorry. mean, I'm just calling them Sea Emperor because, like, that's the species name. But it is Sea Empress. She's definitely a woman. Woman emperor. Emperors. No question about it.
Vital signs stabilizing.
There's a reason she's called Mother. She has children. Okay, I'm just gonna get some food and water and stuff and then go back down there. Water. 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 I want to just bloop. I'm here to check in and say skill issue. It is a skill issue. It is an incredibly skill issue. I will say this just in general. I am not necessarily a skilled gamer. I am fairly average. And in terms of playing Subnautica, I may even be below average. Apparently, according to people who have checked in and been like, what are you doing? I might have a slight skishu. I might have a slight skill issue, but it's okay. Shush. It takes so long to get back though. Squilled gamer. Just sounds like I'm using a quill, like a feather quill, to write things. There's some rhythm games, like specifically I know Os, however you want to pronounce it. People use like a tablet to play it sometimes when they're like incredibly try-hard kind of people. So I'm just like imagining someone like using a quill, a feather quill to play Os. That would be funny. And maybe even wearing a powdered white wig. That would be even better. Playing the American national anthem. That would be a great combination. You're the most skilled squid gamer I've ever seen, so no clue what you're talking about. True. In my own category, which is one, I am the only person, I'm the only squid in my category. I am in fact the most skilled. So I won't take any of this hate. Now, compare me to humans, maybe not, but like, is it really fair to compare a human and a squid? I wonder if African greys could play games. They probably could. Or parrots. Types of birds. I feel like... I don't know if birds can see screens. Because there are some animals that can see screens and there are some animals that can't due to like the frame rate. And also like the coloring of the screens and all of that stuff. Some animals can't see screens or can't see them very well. I don't know if birds can. I'm not sure. But... Hello, Bunkum. Welcome. I'm currently debating on whether or not parrots would be able to play games. I don't know. I feel like they would at least be able to play very simple games. You can like use a little joystick with their beak and go to move around and stuff. And then yippee. And then they could probably play like Snake or something. I don't know. Again, I don't know if they can see screens, but if they could probably play Snake. Video games? Yeah, video games. I mean, I think parrots could play actual board games a lot better than they could play video games. I don't know how good they'd be at them. Cause they are smart, but they're not like crazy smart, but they would be able to at least pick up the pieces and move them in a fashion. I don't think they would quite understand what they're doing unless they had only played that game really, but they could definitely pick them up and move them. Oh wait, I still need the hatching and some. I don't know what I'm doing. Squill? Squishu. Squill squishu. We're getting very close to ooh territory here. Squill squishu. Squill squill. Well, I don't need any of these seeds. They're not useful to my overall abilities. Ooh, scan. Gabe's feather. Hey yo. Who is leaving their feathers here for me? Oh, okay, this is one thing I need. And then I need a... Anyone here have a parrot named Gabe?
In this area is growing outside its normal conditions. Other life forms fertilizing and pruning the vegetation may be offsetting this environmental deficit.
Yee. I seen them play those square block, square hole games. It goes in the square hole. I mean, yeah, parrots can definitely do those kind of things. The baby toys where you put the circles and the squares inside of the things. They 100% can do that. I have no doubt that they are capable of that. Birds and parrots are good at solving simple puzzles like that. But I think they could probably play something like Snake. Like, that's probably the limit. But it definitely seems like it would be possible. Because it's simple. They just have to move the joystick around, like go sideways or like tap buttons or something like that. Okay, I need to find some air.
30 seconds.
She's towering over her children again, watching over them. She's so silly. Okay. Air bubbles, please. I need them. I'm going to die of oxygen. Oxygen. Pecking buttons or using their talons. I mean, I think if a bird was gonna do anything, they would use a joystick. I feel like that would be their best thing, because they can definitely manipulate things like that with their beak. I feel like that would be the most effective way of playing a video game as a parrot. Playing a video game with their feet, their talons, whatever, are fine. They're not as maneuverable as their heads. But parrot plays Genshin. I think a parrot could play Genshin. I think a parrot could fight something in Genshin, because literally all you need to do for basic Genshin gameplay is just press a button. Just go tap 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 tap. Click the mouse. left click gameplay. I think they could definitely 100% do that. I mean, some parrots are pretty smart. I mean, I was talking about specifically African greys, but I don't know if they'd be the best option. Like, they can speak, but I mean, they are one of the smarter parrots slash birds, but I don't know. It said that all of the ingredients should be here. I just don't know where exactly. Or how deep I have to go to find them. Because I need the electrical things, which I know where those are. I know where the other like tentacle like things are. I don't know where the other two ingredients are, but I'm sure I could find them. But ideally, if they're here, I would like to just collect them here. What's this? Shiny. But I don't know. Like, none of the creatures that tend to be in the electrical biome are here right now. So they might not be here. They could probably play tic-tac-toe. Yeah, they definitely could play tic-tac-toe. They 100% could play tic-tac-toe. And probably understand what was going on and win, honestly. Again, they're pretty smart. I bet you could train a parrot to be a tic-tac-toe master. 'Cause like, even their way you give them their food, you can give them puzzles to receive food. And they will figure them out. It might take a bit sometimes, but they will figure them out. Especially the bigger birds, though. The bigger birds are better at it because they have more strength. I do have a bird in my house. I do have a bird, and she's smart, but she's probably not the smartest bird that could exist. I think she's more just a scaredy cat, honestly. She is terrified of new things, overall. In order to introduce a new toy to her, we have to, like, put it on top of her cage and get her used to it for, like, 2 weeks, and then we have to put it in her cage in a little corner that she doesn't normally go to, so she can get used to it being in her cage, and then she's still scared of it, and sometimes she never gets unscared of it. She's just very afraid of many things. So I don't... And she also has a big attitude. I don't know, it would be hard to teach her specifically to play something like tic-tac-toe, but there are some birds that definitely could. Anyways, I'm not sure. It said there would be materials there, but I don't know. I'm just gonna go to the other areas where I know there should be some materials that I need. I like how my wrist breaks every single time. Score wrist. Squishy. Squishy. I want to squish a squid. If I could sew, I would make a squid plushie for myself. I feel like that would be really cute. But I unfortunately don't know how to sew. And I probably could learn. I have tried to sew things before. I actually once made my Halloween costume. I sewed my Halloween costume. Sewed. I created my Halloween costume once. But it was hard to do and very simple pattern. My big problem with sewing overall and making clothing slash creatures is that it's less so the actual part where you have to sew it together and more of the patterns. The patterns are hard for me to understand and properly cut out the right amount of fabric. That's the thing that I have struggled with in terms of creating different sewn creations. I'm gonna be right back.
I'm back. I'm back from the dead.
Squippy! You know, as much as this lemonade... Yeah, I'm gonna do this actually. As much as this lemonade flavored water is nice, it is also not super hydrating. I might need to go get some water. Like just plain water. It's had the opposite effect of being like good. It is yummy though. Squishy. Anyways, what was I talking about? Sewing? Yeah. I actually, the Halloween costume that I sewed was a Mimikyu costume. And it turned out pretty well actually. I liked how I made a little like hoodie, what is it called? The thing where you just basically have a lot of fabric around you. Poncho? I guess. Sort of like a poncho thingy. A poncho similar style with a hood. Out of fluffy fabric. And it was a Mimikyu costume. I still have it actually. Okay, that's that. What else did I need? I need fungal sample, eye stalk seed, bulb bush sample. I don't know how to get a fungal sample. I don't know what that means. I don't think I've ever encountered that before. Or at least I didn't know I encountered it. I might have encountered it, but I haven't remembered it. What is that? I want to see it. Wait, pause. Pause the... I want to... What is that? I want to see what that is. Pigeon boogie. It's so silly. I love it. That is one of my favorite things that I've ever seen, actually. I am incredibly happy by seeing that. Pigeons are so cute. Pigeons get a bad rap because they poop everywhere, which is true. But they're so silly. I know there's a lot of pigeons in New York. I've never been to New York. New York, though. So I have not experienced the pigeonness for myself, unfortunately. But you bet if I went to New York, I would take so many pictures of pigeons. Because they're adorable. Okay, the next thing I need to take pictures of... Oh. I also need that sample, which I feel like is gonna be on a reef back or something like that. I feel like you could find a lot of the things that you need on a reef back. So next I need to find an electrical area. I don't exactly know where to find that. I make a good animated emote. Squishy. I could make that. That would be actually incredibly easy to make. I could make that in like a few minutes. As an animated emote. I mean, That would definitely be an animated emote that I could add for now. It'd be more probably of a placeholder until I have different ones. Or not, I don't know. But I definitely could. It is pretty silly. It's like, unfortunately, my animation skills are lacking, and I either need to work on them a lot and just make more animations, which is probably what I just needed to do, but also it would probably be a good idea to eventually just be like, hey, someone else, can you try making this for me instead? And I maybe commission someone to do it. They'd probably do a better job than I would. But not yet. I'm determined to try my best for now. Call it a learning process. This music is pretty good. Oh, the synthesizer thingy is gone. That's so sad. Have you seen the video where an octopus runs an obstacle course? No, I have not seen it. A video of an octopus running an obstacle course. Was it on land or was it underwater? I mean, if any sea creature is going to be able to run an octopus, I mean, if any sea creature is going to be able to run an obstacle course, it would be an octopus. They are octopi and squidopie are the cats of the sea. They're very squishy and they're very liquid. So that doesn't surprise me. I don't know if they would actually follow the obstacles though. They'd probably just like swim around trying to fit through any gap they see. I know there should be a electrified area somewhere over in this direction. Because I've seen it before. But I would love to see that video. That seems very entertaining. I think for a lot of my life, I underappreciated the value of sea creatures. Only recently have I started realizing that I actually really like them. They're adorable and great and overall just wonderful. And so many of them are so cute. I always thought being a marine biologist kind of person was pretty lame when I was younger. I was like, nah, why would I ever want to do anything like that? That's silly. You're just studying stupid things. But now I understand more. Like, I can respect it a lot more than I used to. I guess that's partially maturity, but also just partially me realizing that underwater is really cool. Every single year, I used to always watch Shark Week. I mean, I still sort of do. I still sort of tune into Shark Week somewhat, just to see what's going on, and sometimes watch a few things. But overall, I mean, the only problem with Shark Week that I have is that it feels repetitive. There's only so many things and stuff you can make about sharks. Like, they are just sharks in the end. You're not gonna be able to make incredibly creative things every single time. But I've always tuned in for Shark Week. Or at least when I was younger, I used to watch a lot of Shark Week stuff. Which did give me an appreciation for sharks. I do like Shark Week? Yes, Shark Week. It's a thing that, I don't know what channel, TV, whatever, but there's a one or multiple different, I don't know how to explain it. It's a week where they show a lot of shark stuff. It's basically all shark shows and sharkness, where they do documentaries of sharks and different diving deep into the ocean to see sharks and studying sharks and all about sharks. And it's pretty great. Personally, my favorite National Geographic, I don't know. It was on one of those kind of sites though, or not sites, but one of those kind of places. But yeah, it's mainly documentaries about sharks and stuff like that. Really all you need to know is many shark. Learn much about shark. Yay. There was one type of shark that I really liked. I don't think they were called lemon sharks. I don't think it's a lemon shark. There was one type of shark that's really cute. It was like baby sharks, and they were adorable. I really remember that one. There was one documentary that I watched about some adorable baby sharks. That stuck with me. So I think that partially made me realize that the sea was cool, but I just didn't appreciate it as much as I do now. But yeah, they're still doing it. It still exists every year. I just don't really watch it as much because I feel like I just feel like it gets repetitive. That's honestly why I don't watch a lot of TV overall. Is it just gets repetitive to me. I don't find most shows interesting. Like I might have when I was younger. And for some reason I'm more tolerable. It's more tolerable to me when it's in animated format. I think partially it's because it's a lot of new things for me personally. A lot of concepts that maybe are more foreign to me, which makes it more interesting. Animated, both anime and just animated shows in general, not just anime, are just much more fun to watch. Cause like, most of the time they're stylized and you get to see like the fun things they do with the drawing. Rather than just real life people. What is this? I don't think I've ever been over here. Random pillars? Spooky. Strange. Okay, I did see electric though, so that's good. Okay, never mind. That's not good. What is this place? I'm scared. It's gonna be like where one of those stomper things are. There's a lot of fish, hordes of fish here, which is making me uncomfortable. Oh, hi Reaper. Okay. It makes me uncomfortable when I don't recognize where I am. How have I never been over here? This must be where those stompers live. There's no way it's not. And why are there so many fish? Like, look at this. It's covered in hordes of fish. This is so strange. I'm scared. Mother, save me. Scaredy bird cat, burb cat, yeah. Squirty, squirty, squirt, quat, squat. She definitely has a personality, that's for sure. She doesn't let anyone hold her except for my mother. Because she is not, very decidedly not a friend. She is a foe. According to her. Squid's lawsuit with Halloween costume. I don't think I can sue my own Halloween costume. I get what you were saying though. That was from when I said sew or sue, but does this give me anything if I hit these bubble corals? Rain coral? No. I don't know what I'm searching for necessarily. Oh gosh, is this another one of those goes to the ends of the depths kind of places? It might be. Yeah, this is definitely a fall off of the map kind of area. The map, I've gone back and forth between is the map large or not. I don't think it's that big. Like, it's fairly... It gets cut off. It just drops off. Not too far away from the starting point. Now this could just be a really deep cave that I'm not able to get to right now with my sea glide, but it feels like it's just gonna drop off. Similarly to how I died in that prawn suit. See, like, what is this? This is just an empty sand wall. Not meant to really be explored. Beep beep. No. Not a friend. See, I think the Reaper has a skill issue. If anyone here has a skill issue, it's the Reaper. 'Cause it has missed me so many times. I don't think I've ever died to the Reaper during this playthrough. Like, actually. I think, like, it's destroyed, the Ghost Reapers have destroyed my vehicles, but I don't think the actual Reapers have killed me before, or at least it was like one time. They generally just have a massive skill issue.
30 seconds.
I guess I just haven't given them enough hugs. I should probably go in for a hug more often. I'm trying to find the lightning zone. I don't know where it is, but I need that for this enzyme creation thing that I'm doing. That is currently what I am randomly swimming around the ocean for. See, like, this is the mushroom forest. I know there's a lightning thing around here somewhere. I have seen it before. Another Reaper. So, there are a lot of Reapers around the map that I just don't really run into ever because I just don't go there. Honestly, I feel like it might be time to try and kill a Reaper. I feel like my fear of them is very limited. Large rock. This is suspicious. Large, suspicious rock. It feels like a meteor fell. Or something. Or it's containing maybe an egg. Like a large dung beetle stack of poop. Very strange. Okay. Interesting. I mean, there was an alien beacon right here. So maybe it's just meant to represent a strange area, and then it's like, oh my gosh, you found it. Yippee, alien stuff. No, I don't have a tablet. Let me in. I don't have a beacon either. Okay. Which way is my base from here? Okay, it's directly... It's one particle off of southeast. So if I flip that around... It's... Southeast would be northwest, so it's here. Yes. So if I go directly northwest, over to the right, 1 dot. I should get back around here.
30 seconds.
Okay. I might die. Northeast, no, northwest, 1 dot to the right. Northwest, 1 dot to the right. Okay. Suck, prepare your squips. I don't think we're making it this time. No, I'm gonna lose my materials. Oh my gosh, this is sour. Oh. This lemonade packet thing I have in my water is very sour sometimes. Oh my gosh. My seeds are gone. Ooh. Not my seeds. Oh, I have some though. Okay, that's good to know. I already have 2 of the seeds that I need. Here, let me put that over here. Of course, I didn't lose the one that I needed. Okay, whatever. Okay, so I have these 2. I need to find the other ones though. There's no need to pray for me, Pem. I am long gone. There was no hope there. I am decidedly incredibly hopeless. Diluted? I already have diluted it. I put 1 packet into a 32 ounce water bottle. I don't know how much you're supposed to put into a certain amount of water, but I feel like it's a lot of water. And then I also have been adding ice to it again and diluting it more. I don't think it needs to be diluted anymore. I just think it's slightly sour because it's lemon.